Here we go, welcome back, and we've got a massive one for you today. We've got the next round of the National Cup against Kent's side and the current holders of the comp, Bexley CC. So another trip to Kent, and a good job it wasn't at home because our home ground currently is an absolute bog, and our game on the Saturday against Horsham was called off on Wednesday, I think. But anyway, cracking on, with very little cricket behind us for May, we're put out in the dirt as the hosts win the toss and opt to bat first. Start with the ball in the last round. Aaron Brown kicks us off on probably one of the nicest days of the year so far. It's finally good to see a bit of sun. And it only takes Brownie 3 balls to hone in on those mums and dads and get us an early one in the first. So an action-packed start sees the score at 14 for 1 from the first, and now it's time for Connor Golding from the far end. So Aaron continues, and the Bexley overseas, the number 3, continues to line him up and really make the most of the power play. Not that any extra men on the fence would have saved us there. Credit to Brownie, keeps on charging in and picks up his second. Ollie taking the catch at mid-on. In the 5th over, the score is 46 for 2. Connor G now on the board, enticing the batsman, and Russell in the grabbers doing the honours. A lot has happened here in not many overs.
What did you do? Did you get any? Give me a few chances of this.
In just 19 balls, the Bexley's Australian Hugo Burden raises the bat for his 50. An explosive innings so far, and a wicket we crucially need to stem this onslaught. And like a lovely 9-9 onto the green, that stops after a couple of bounces. and short of the boundary somehow. Not much return on that far side of the outfield. After 11 overs, the hosts now just short of 100, and we see the introduction of George Cave with the ball. And having waited and set himself what he probably thought was minutes, Caden puts down the big one for us. Just before the drinks break and skipper Walker gets the double spin on. Osman from this end, and we've got Kiwi Rowan Norde from the far side. So yeah, that's the halfway break and drinks. And at 134 for 3 from 20, Bexley will be eyeing up 300, if not more, if Burden could capitalise on the drop and continue to score fluently. Rowan with his maiden wicket for TBCC, using the facilities and trapping the batsman in front of the stumps. "63 balls, that's all it took for the Bexley pro to get to 3 figures. Very well batted by the Aussie, and with 16 overs left, still plenty of time to keep going. And another for Rowan, it's the big scalp. Sliced to deep cover where Russell takes another comfortably. An explosive innings, very well batted to get Bexley ahead in the game. "10 overs left and 192 for 5 the score. With some tight bowling and a few wickets, we're hoping to restrict the host to about 250, 260, whereas they'll have their eyes on 300 still. Another goes down. Ollie insistent on taking that fingers up. He says he tripped, but you can make your own mind up about that. Aaron back into the attack, and of course he picks up another LBW. Not long after, and it's number 4 for the young seamer. He's got a bright career ahead of him, this lad. 3 overs to go and some good restricting leaves Bexley at 226 for 7. Thorne, our overseas, takes that grab in the deep, but his toenail brushes the line. Honest as he is, Thorne calls it 6. Not quite Aaron's 5th wicket, and you could say that summarises our effort in the field today. Free hits won't help us either, and with 1 over to go, Bexley are 258 for 7. So Thorne takes that catch out at Cow in the last, and the hosts end up at 263 for 8 from their 40. A good innings from them, with obviously Hugo Burden at 3 the standout. Not quite a flawless effort from us in the field, notably a few drops amongst other sloppiness, giving them probably 30 runs more than we'd hoped. And it will have to be a much better performance with the bat to chase this. James Russell at 1 and Connor Golding at 2 today.
That's not going to go.
He may have survived the first, but a second big appeal against Connor sees his innings over today. Just 4 for Con and Bridges 16 for 1 in the 5th. But that brings Thorne Parks to the crease and hopefully a big innings from him to get this chase going.
But whenever an umpire
So not today for Thorny, umpire judging that very out if the speed of the finger's anything to go by. 33 for 2 and skipper Joey Walker joins Rustler at the middle.
Only one. Only one. Yeah, unfortunately.
You can't miss those, champ. Walker shuffles across and can't connect on one of his strongest shots. A lack of partnership so far will make this chase even harder for us. And talk about making it harder for ourselves, a run out won't help in the slightest. Great pick up and throw in the deep sees Kado on his way. Just as the pitch is getting a little harder to bat on, Russ is still out there constructing a great innings for us and brings up his 50 with a maximum. .96 for 5 soon becomes 97 for 6. Russ, who looks like he's batting on a different pitch to the rest of us, is run out at the non-strikers. Sorry, mate. And things are looking a little bit grim with 167 needed from 115 balls.
Push from 142 all out.
A tiny schnick from Brownie, these wickets falling all too regularly, and KV now out at the middle. Who flicks that off his hip gloriously. What a shot from the number 9. But he can't get that slog sweep away. Our first glimpse of Rowan with the bat, and he doesn't trouble the scorers today. And just one more wicket separates Bexley and the next round in the National. Osman the final one to go, and that wraps things up. Defeat sees us go out of the National to the holders, and on all three fronts they were far superior today. Apart from Russ, we never got going with a bat, and the first innings wasn't nearly as polished as we'd have liked. But credit to Bexley, who are great hosts, and all the best in the next round, lads. Links to the scorecard are below, and also the live stream for those who want a bit more than the 20 minutes of action we provide. We're back on Saturday, hopefully, with an away trip to Mayfield for what will be our first league outing of the year. Hopefully we'll catch you then, and thanks for watching.